Hi, welcome back to the Blessed Ones podcast. Today I have Ashlee Latimer on. Do you want to kind of tell us about you and
My name is Ashlee Latimer. I am a mom of 5. We're an entrepreneur family. We have multiple businesses. I used to be a cheer coach and involved with youth ministry. I've taken thousands of kids to camp and got to share Jesus with people. What's cool is that right now I'm in like a role of marketing for one of our companies, but long before I used to market Jesus. And I always say that he was like the greatest offer of all time.
Yeah.
Most expensive because it's going to cost you your life.
Yeah.
But also a free gift. So yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Oh, and I love the color pink and I love fun. And my actual title at my company is the happiness specialist / party starter because I love to start parties.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I met you at okay, so I saw you at like the Mexico part.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wow, she's fun. And
oh yeah.
Because you're like dancing on stage. And I was like, oh, Ashlee. And then I talked to you in Vegas. And I was like, oh, she's fun. Then we got to like have car rides together because
every day.
Every day. I was like literally like 8 hours probably of us. Or I guess it was like 8 rides, like 4 hours of us just like
hanging out,
talking about random stuff.
I loved it. Yeah. I love fun. Fun is my favorite. And it's not just fun. I love life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think life is such a gift. And wow, I'm going to cry already. Do people cry on your podcast?
I do. They don't always tell. I cry.
I think joy is something that is missing in our world. And so if I can make someone's day happy by being silly, by making fun of myself, and getting other people to laugh, like I feel like that's my job every day is like show up and spread joy. So that's what I try to do. Like even just now when we were at the burger place with Parker, that guy that we met.
We met this random dude named Parker.
Yeah. But I was like, you know what? Let's make Parker's day awesome.
Yeah.
Parker has his own burger, everybody, and I ordered it. It's great.
Was it good?
It was great. Great, Parker. But
I feel like, what you said was about, like, you make fun of yourself enough to, like, make other people happy, but you know deep down that you love yourself, and you're like, there's nothing wrong with me. But I like to, like, make jokes, because we all, like, are funny and, like, weird in our own way. And I was speaking the other day, and this lady was like, Rose, you need to be more funny. I was like, what? And she's like, I can see that you're funny, but you feel like, and I was like, I kind of feel like I need to be serious here and, like, be professional. She's like, no, because people need to see your joy. Yeah. And so now when I speak, I'm, like, really happy and, like, funny. And she was like, that's what I was talking about, is you're happy.
Yes, I love that. So I know what that feels like, the pressure to, like, feel professional. And sometimes I don't know if it's just with women or just humans, but sometimes there's like these sneaky thoughts that we have that we're not enough or we're not a certain way. And even now, sometimes they show up. But I have learned that me showing up as my authentic self is more powerful than me trying to be somebody I'm not.
Yeah.
And I do silly things, but instead of like covering, and actually, to be honest, people love it even more when you're their authentic self because it gives them permission to be their authentic self. So it's actually a real superpower to tap into. I don't know if I've always loved myself, but when you start loving Jesus, when you start loving Jesus, the closer you get to him, the more that kind of has to come out.
Yeah.
Because you're like, man, I'm a mess, but the God of the universe thinks I'm amazing. And so yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress.
Yeah, I think we'll always be a work in progress because we're always growing. Like literally every time we wake up every morning, we're growing. We know we're going to learn something new, like all that stuff. And I feel like, I make a lot of videos about not letting the world define you because the world is mean and the world is cruel. Like the enemy is all over the place, but God is also all over the place.
Yes.
And so when we focus, I also talk about like people can say mean things to you, but you let words have power. And so are you going to give the person who says like, oh, well, you're ugly, I hate you, like I don't like you, all this stuff, are you going to listen to them? Or are you going to listen to the people who are like, I love you? And God tells you like, that you are created like for a purpose and you are beautiful and you all this stuff, who are we listening to there? Because a lot of people listen to the wrong people.
Yeah.
Especially with social media. Social media is so scary.
People are so nasty on social media
No.
because it doesn't feel like it's real, but until it happens to them.
Mhm.
And I've had some people say some really hateful comments, but also they don't know me.
Yeah.
If they don't have my phone number and they don't really know who I am.
Mhm.
And I also think that a lot of the issues that we have are identity issues. I would say like 90% of the issues we have in our world have to do with identity and knowing who you are and whose you are.
Yeah.
And knowing how God created you for your mission, your mandate, and your purpose. But the identity is so powerful. But what I was going to say is like people who don't have an identity, they hurt other people because people are really hurting. And instead of switching their identity, sometimes they attack other people because it makes them feel better. They try to level up in the wrong way. So
yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, well, if I tear you down about this, then I won't feel bad that I do that too. They're like, oh, you're this because I'm this. And even like people just say mean things. Like it just makes them feel better. But at the end of the day, it's not going to help you.
No.
And like tearing people down, like the Bible calls us to love one another. And so I feel like I remember that like each day I'm like, okay, I sometimes like write the Bible verse. I don't remember what it is right now, but you write the Bible verse of like everything you do in love, or like different versions have different ways. But I'm like, okay, so whatever I do today, I'm gonna do it in love. Yeah. However I talk to this person, I might be angry, but I'm like, being angry and yelling at them, that doesn't help anybody. So I'm gonna talk to them like, okay, let's figure out where each of us stand and like figure out how to meet in the middle. Yeah. And like that brings a lot to the table, and that definitely builds on your character. And some people are gonna like get annoyed at that because like, why are they so calm and why are they so nice? Like, why is that? I definitely have people in my life and they're like, they get really angry, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get angry at you. That's not part of who I am. Yep. And they're like, well, and I'm like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Here's my point of view. I might not like support totally everything you're saying, but I respect you. Yeah. And I believe that we each have our own opinion. So go ahead and say what you need to say, and I'm going to say what I need to say. But I'm not going to yell at you and get angry because
that's good.
That's not what God called me here to do. Yeah. And so I feel like that's a lot of people need to like find that. It's like tearing other people down doesn't help build you up.
No, never.
No.
And it feels icky. Like people might feel good for a minute, but then it feels really icky in your heart. But it's really sometimes tricky, especially with culture and media and television. We're just bombarded every day. And, there's what God created, and then there's the counterfeit. And sometimes the counterfeit feels very important in the moment, and it feels like it's the real thing, but it's not. And so it's really tricky. And I've been tricked so many times. And, I like to say sometimes I get my jump to conclusions mad out, and I just jump to a conclusion and like, this is how it is. But I think as you start to mature in Christ and you start to love Jesus, and you start to see people as God's kids, it changes it.
Yeah. So when I like look at someone like, okay, God died, or like Christ died for them too. Jesus literally died on a cross for them too. Yeah. So I'm not going to be mean because he died for them. So I don't have any right to be hateful or mean to them. Yeah. I'm like, I love them because Jesus died for both of us. Like, that's so cool. We're equal. Like, that's really cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to love them. And we might not like see the same point of views, but I'm still going to love them. And that's like a hard part to come to. It definitely took me a long time.
Have you loved Jesus your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I grew up
just loving Jesus. I love that.
Yeah.
So you grew up in the church and just amazing. Were your parents raised as Christians too?
So I think my mom was Catholic.
Okay.
My dad was raised in that like aspect like of Jesus. I think he knew Jesus, but they didn't go to church like all the time. And they live in a small town, so it was like there was not many like options. But and then like when I came along, like it was just like I just remember going to church. That's what you did. Like church was just like something, and I've always like loved it. Okay. Like in the aspect of I just love telling people about Jesus. Like you can find videos of 3-year-old being like, "Oh my gosh, Jesus loves you." They're like, what's this kid doing? Jesus loves you.
My son Tucker used to want to be a Jesus rock star.
Oh yeah.
Or a rock star preacher. And he would sing, there's some videos of him, and he'd just be like, Jesus, Jesus. And he would just be like, I don't know if he was going to make like hard metal music, but he was like 2 or 3 years old and he wanted to be a rock star preacher. So I was like, okay, now there are rock star preachers. Back then there weren't. Now there really are those, but
like, go ahead.
Yeah. So
yeah, I feel like, hold on, I had a good point. I don't remember what I was going with.
About you being raised as a Christian?
I don't know if it was with that or if it was something with what I was working on today with my book.
Oh.
I don't remember. Because I was like in the airport working on my book.
Uh-huh.
And what was it? It was good. It's about Jesus, obviously. And about like self-worth.
Yes. Yes.
And that like
he's my favorite. I know him.
What was it? No, I'm so close. I don't know. Okay, hold on. We'll pull out a different
What's your favorite story in the Bible?
The prodigal. So,
okay.
Because like it feels so cool because
really, because that one makes me feisty a little bit.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It just makes me feisty because I feel like sometimes I'm the other son who's like trying to do the right thing, and then wait, what's happening? But as I've grown up, I do like. But that's your favorite.
Yeah,
it's
I
very
like the fact that like. Okay, God, like we might mess up sometimes, so we're gonna mess up. That's like guaranteed, and we're gonna like fall down and all that kind of stuff. But we can run back to God. Like no matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad like we've messed up, we run back to God, and He will take us in with like arms open. I think that's special because a lot of people wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like as humans, we're like, you messed up, bye, see ya.
Yeah.
And Jesus is like, no, come here.
Come here.
You've messed up so many times. I died for you, and you still decide to like hate me and not like me, but I still love you, and you're gonna come back to me. Yeah. And I think that's just special. Like some people can have done like so many bad things in this world, and Jesus is like, yeah, you're still mine.
I know, he's the coolest.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find my point. I don't remember what I was talking about. Did I write it down? It was so good. It was with self-image.
Oh, self-image.
I know that's what my point was with.
Okay. I don't remember your point, but I can talk about self-image.
Okay, yeah, you talk about self-image. I'll see if it comes up.
You know, self-image. Okay, so I love this story of the silversmith. Have you ever heard about the silversmith? Maybe. When you start to learn about the silversmith, it changes your opinion about self-image and the way that you look at yourself. And what a silversmith does is a silversmith takes the silver, gets it really hot, and then he gets it so hot that all the impurities, all the yucky stuff come to the top, and they scrape the top. And then they do that process again. They heat it up. All the yucky stuff comes out of the top. They scrape it off. And then when they say it's ready, when the silver is ready, the silversmith looks inside of the silver and can see his own reflection. And I think that has a lot to do with Jesus. And our self-image is only important is if Jesus can see himself in us. And so like we can get a worldly self-image and try to like manifest all of these things and say nice things to ourselves, or we can like really let the heat of Jesus working things out and pulling the impurities out of us so that he can see himself in us, so that we can love people better. So I don't know, kind of like that idea of like when you're looking in the mirror, who do you see? If you're seeing those impurities, maybe God's doing something inside of you and he wants to use you for something else. So
yeah, okay, that pulled out my point. So my point was like when I started to like learn about God like more. Because I think we like grew up in church, like I knew Jesus, but then I like knew Jesus. I didn't just know of Jesus, and I like learned Jesus. And so I was like, a lot lately I've been like reading a lot, and I'm like, okay, I found like peace in who I am because I realized what God, like who God thought I was, and like who God says I am. Because when you like read in the Bible, it's like, oh, well, he like a lot about telling us that we're chosen, and like we are picked. God like put you in this world for a reason, and there's a reason we're here. I think that's so special, and people need to like realize that like there's a reason you're here, and you are still like you woke up breathing today means you still have a mission to complete.
Yes.
And
amen.
I literally started to like love myself when I was like, God loves me.
Yeah.
And I want to be more like him. And so if
I
he
love
sees
that.
me as like this really cool person, then I'm going to go live this life like I'm a really cool person. And everything I do, I'm going to do it for him. Because it's not going to matter. Nobody's going to remember my name. The Bible talks about how it's going to change our names.
Oh yeah. So, I hope my new name's awesome.
I know. Like, I'm so excited.
Sorry, Mom. My mom gave me a great name, everybody, but like,
I'm so excited. Right. And I'm like, so they're not going to know.
And a new body too. Oh, give me a good one.
I'm like, they're not going to remember my name, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if they remember Rose Patton on this earth, because it's not going to matter up there, because I'm going to have somebody else. Like, I'm going to have a different name. So they're going to have no idea. And I'm like, so don't live like this life for you. Live it for Jesus, because that's the name they're going to remember.
Yep. That's what the name every knee will bow.
Right.
And every tongue will confess. So, yep.
They're not going to remember Rose Patton. They're like, who's that? They're going to remember Jesus.
Yep.
And so I'm like, okay, going through life, thinking, okay, I look in the mirror, I'm like, we're doing today for Jesus, not for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to mess up if I do it for me.
Yep.
And it's going to be taken away.
Oh, sometimes I have this conversation with Jesus when I'm like, when I do something real weird or quirky, I'm like, really? You made this? And this is what you wanted? Okay. Okay. Let's do this. This happened today? Okay, let's do this. Yeah. I do have to say, Jesus, take the wheel a lot.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm like, okay, you want this to happen like this? Because I've had some really crazy things happen that don't really make sense. They're only Jesus. That's like the only answer. I'm like, okay, let's do it. But yeah.
Yeah. So when I look in the mirror, my mom will tell you, I love looking in mirrors and seeing myself. Like, it's like funny. I love hotels because there's mirrors everywhere.
Okay.
Like, I walk by the mirror and I'll like wave at myself. Like, I don't know, it just makes me happy because I'm like, that's the person who gets up with me every morning and she's like, let's do this.
Let's crush
like,
it.
No matter how hard it gets, like, okay, let's do it again. And we're doing this one for Jesus, like, every time. In fact, looking at yourself, knowing how many things you've made it through. And like Trent Shelton says something, it's like, someday this is going to be not what I'm going through, but it's going to be what I made it through. And I'm like, so you made it through all of that, Rose. So I like see myself in the mirror and I'm like, let's go. Let's do this.
That's a good way to think about it. I look in the mirror and I don't always think that. I'm like, oh, girl. But I'm also a mom of 5, so maybe a little sleep deprived. So I'm like, doing this again. Okay. Like I said, Jesus, take the wheel. Sometimes, I've had some not cute moments, but Jesus has always been so good to me. And so I'm just saying it jokingly. Like I am really thankful to live the life that I'm living. But yes, I like that you think highly of yourself when you're like, hey, let's do this.
Right.
I like that.
We have to be careful because sometimes we'll think too highly of ourselves.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm the big person. No, you're not.
Don't worry. I will spill my lunch on my lap to humble myself real quick.
Right. No, I think sometimes we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, I'm so cool. Like, maybe you make a whole bunch of money and you're like, oh, I'm rich. Like, I'm like so cool. Okay, well, guess what? That's not going to matter when you get to judgment.
Yeah.
You're going to stand there like, here's all my money. No.
Nope.
You don't pay to get into heaven. That's not how it works.
No. That would be a really easy button, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot easier. I mean, actually, it's a free gift.
Yeah.
So I guess it
wouldn't be totally easier, but
it'd be like, easy. It costs you like your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sacrifice your whole life, but it's also a free gift. Mm-hmm. It's literally the best offer in the universe, but also the most expensive.
Yeah. We talk about
but also free.
Yeah.
Very confusing offer, Jesus, but great.
Yeah.
Good one.
Good
gave us your whole. Thanks, God, you gave us your son to die for us.
Right.
It's amazing.
Gave us what's that part that they call it, like the gift?
Oh, most incredible free gift ever. Yeah, it's the MIFGE.
The
MIFGE. Jesus literally is the MIFGE. I tell my husband this all of the time. Like, he literally is the MIFGE. And the linchpin, to be honest.
He is. That's funny.
There you go. He actually created it. Oh my goodness. I was telling my husband, because we were talking about marketing and Jesus, because Jesus was a great marketer.
Oh, yeah.
He was like the creator of network marketing.
Yeah.
Because like he got 12 guys on his ground floor team, and we're still talking about it like 2,000 years later.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And it's like all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the most known marketer of all time is Jesus.
Yeah.
And people love him and people hate him and all of the things in between. But it's just so funny because my husband and I were talking about that, and we just would get the giggles because I used to like market Jesus marketing and I wasn't really marketing. I was just doing ministry, but we talk about all the different things of how we were trying to tell teenagers about this most incredible free gift. And we did crazy things like I've swallowed live goldfish and I've spit crickets and I've had root beer keggers and I've had all this crazy stuff because I'm like, I just want to win the right to be heard.
Mhm.
I want kids to know that there's a God of the universe that thinks they're fearfully and wonderfully made, and he sent his son to die for their soul.
Yeah.
And so it is a MIFGE.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just went on a
No,
whole
it's good.
Jesus marketing. I got to get in before Russell does it.
I know. He's going to like steal the show. No,
Already
Russell,
done,
we
Russell.
Did this.
It's the
Yeah.
MIFGE.
Right. Tell him that tomorrow. Like, Rose, what are you even talking about? No, Jesus is the MIFGE.
Tell him.
Okay.
Say, Ashlee Latimer wants you to know that her and I decided that the MIFGE is Jesus Christ. You can have a great MIFGE, Russell. You can tell everybody about it, but
Jesus
is still the most incredible free gift ever.
He'd be like, okay.
But it does cost you your life too. Like you just have to like submit everything over to him too. So it's technically not free, but kind of still free.
It's hard. It's like he made it difficult, but he made it like not difficult at the same time.
Yeah, it's so
discipline.
awesome.
He gave us like discipline. Like you have to truly want this.
And worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know how people live their life without Jesus. I can tell you that.
I was talking with Maverick about the other day because I was like, how do you, like on the podcast, like how do you do that? Like I can't like get a day, like if I don't pray that day and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, the wheels fall off.
Yeah, I'm like, that was crazy. I need to go have a Jesus time because that was rough.
Oh,
the next day.
I forgot that you interviewed my son. I'm wondering what he said. Oh my gosh. Because his mom, because we pray for everything. We're like, I like pray for the plane before we leave. Did he tell you that?
No.
That's what I thought he was going to say. Oh yeah. Like I'm just praying. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a praying person.
We're praying people. We love some prayer.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're a little bit redonkulous because my 7-year-old will throw in some, real wild cards for her prayer time. But yeah.
It's like, hey, Jesus has sense of humor. Jesus is like, that's my kid.
Yeah.
That's mine.
I think this comes from my dad though. So like what I was gonna say is like Maverick probably told you that like we pray for a lot of like crazy things. And like my daughter actually got healed. I don't know if he told you about that.
Yes, with the like allergies.
Yes, she got healed at a revival. But my dad used to pray for everything. Before you go to anything else, he would always pray. And so I think that was always instilled in me. And that's something I want to instill in my children. Like the first place you go to is Jesus. Mm-hmm. Like you pray before even little and big things. Like he cares about the little things and the big things. So
right. Yeah, I was talking to my friend the other day. I was like, oh, this is stressing me out, and this is stressing me out, and this and this and this. And she's like, did you pray about it? And I was like, dang it. Dang it. And I think sometimes we do that. We go to humans for like, oh, well, fix this because I can like hear your voice exactly. Like, you're going to tell me exactly the words I need. And you're going to tell me the easier solution to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus is like, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, when the wheels start to fall off, my husband goes, do you need to take a shower? Which means that's where I go and pray. Because I pray in the shower. That's like my time with Jesus. That's where I get right with the Lord. Yeah. Is first I have a shower and then I have some coffee. Both of them get me right with the Lord and reset. But if the wheels start to fall off, he'll be like, do you need a shower? Which basically means, do you need Jesus? Yes. The answer is, or a nap and a snack. Sometimes a nap and a snack goes a long way too. But
I was really crabby in the airport today. Okay. I was like, listen, I got up 3 a.m. Okay, I have patience, but it's going very fast.
Oh yeah, you don't ever pray for patience because you know what?
And then
the
just
opportunity
like,
to get patience.
Yeah. You thought.
Yeah.
And no, but I was like, so I need food. And so thankfully I pack enough snacks. Like it's like you look in my backpack and they thought I was packing clothes. No, it's just snacks. And it's like this is my hangry snacks. And I was like, and then we came back to the hotel. I'm like, I need a nap because I will be not mean, but not,
I took a
will
nap
not
today
be
too.
happy. I will be like, just looking at people like, I'm mean. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I want food. And they're like, okay, we're good. My friends have started to notice that. So like, hey, I think we need to go get lunch. And I'm like, why? And they're like, I don't know. I think I'm really hungry.
Snickers.
And I'm
Have
like,
you ever seen those commercials?
yes. And they're like, I'm really hungry. I'm like, fine.
Do you know what you need to do when this happens? Okay. You need to halt. Never let yourself get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Because if you let yourself get too hungry, that's when the enemy can trick you. If you get angry, you can get tricked. Lonely, tricked. Tired, tricked. So never let yourself get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Halt.
Right. Yeah.
So that's another wise words from my dad.
Oh,
halt.
Awesome. Yeah. Like you said in your shower time, my shower time, I have my worship music playing. And I'm like, yeah, listen,
okay,
like,
who's your favorite worship? What's your favorite worship song?
Make Room.
Oh, no. Tell
me. Talking about how, like, I will make room for you to do whatever you want to.
Oh.
I was, like, literally crying in the shower. Like,
oh, my goodness. I'm on
like,
a Brandon Lake. I'm on a Brandon Lake. Like, I loved gratitude for a long time.
Yes. We played that at church camp I was at this week. Okay, so my schedule, Friday night, I was at a church thing. Saturday, I was at a church thing, and then I drove up to St. Louis, and then we flew out. So, yeah.
So you were busy.
I was churching this weekend.
You were churching. She was churching everybody.
Yeah.
Rose was churching it up. You know what worship song is tricky? So the song Oceans, do you know that song?
Yes. Uh-huh.
That used to be my favorite worship song.
I like that one.
And then God was like, oh, you want me to take you, like, your feet? Mm-hmm. You want me to take you in the deep end? Okay, let's play. And so I stopped singing that song for a while because I went through a really hard time when I moved to Costa Rica, because I was like, I'm going all in. And sometimes when you go all in for Jesus and you sell all of your stuff and you move to a foreign country, that's when you get met with resistance. And it got really scary in the deep end when you go all in for Jesus. And it was very hard. And so then I'm like, I'm not singing that song anymore. Don't take my feet anywhere but here. And so, but then I started to fall in love with it because the hard times have really created a real big bond with me and Jesus. And learning how to love myself in those hard moments and those hard seasons. But the one really thing that happened when I moved back to the States is I noticed Christians in the United States would sing Oceans, but they would sing it while they were playing in the shallow end. And they would sing these big things, but then not do it. Mm-hmm. And they'd say, like, God, I want you to take me, and they wouldn't go in the deep end. And so then I got really salty about it. Then I was like, wait, just because they're at a different spot in their life doesn't mean that they're not going to experience that too.
Yeah.
So I sing it now, but it's not necessarily my favorite, but it was my favorite. And then I actually had to do it. Yeah. And so, but yeah.
I think God sometimes takes us on those rough patches and we're like, oh no. But yeah, you can sing it on a Sunday morning and just stand there and sing it. Or you can like sing it and truly like say the words that you're saying, because there's going to be rough patches because that's what grows you. I was writing my book about like how suffering produces endurance. Like, so those things that you go through, they produce endurance. And for a while I had written that foot, like on my foot before I swam. It's like, suffering produces endurance. I'm going to be a fast swimmer. And that had a whole different change when I started doing podcasts and speaking, because when you start to like get into the word and you start to like be really big with Jesus, the enemy is like, oh, I need to get that person down. Yeah. And so the enemy was like, Rose, like trying to distract me, getting like all this hurt. And I was like, why do I feel like this? Like I thought I was like really close with God. Like, why is this happening? And the enemy like tries to like lie to you and tries to get you down, because he's like, oh, well, if I distract her, then I can take her. Yeah. And I think that's hard because you're like, well, I thought I was getting really close with God. And like, I thought my life was changing. And then all this stuff. So like, we have to be disciplined in that way of we're like, God, it might be hard now, but that's okay. That's okay because I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to have to go through anything alone. And I was talking to my friends about that, is I was like, yeah, there's going to be friends who are going to leave you. Like, that's hard. I'm in a patch in my life where I'm working a lot on, like, me and my relationship with God. And so, yeah, I might be, like, letting go of some friendships and, like, moving on from things.
Yes.
Because if you don't align with, like, who I want to become, like, if you aren't living for God, then I can't, like, live my life with you.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll still be there for them. Absolutely. Still love them and be there for them. But I can't chase after them and be like, oh, doing all this stuff. Because if I'm trying to go this way and they're going this way, then it's not going the same direction. And so I noticed I'm never going to be alone. I'm like, I'm never going to be alone.
No, you're never going to be alone. And I know what that feels like to transition friends and or outgrow friends, which is really hard to say but some people do stay in the comfort zone. They don't want to grow. They like where they're at. But I will tell you this is some of my greatest friendships have come on the end of seasons where there were hard friendship things. And like one of my best friends is 10 years younger than me. And so she was not my best friend in high school because she's 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Right. But she is one of my best friends to this day. And we have been friends for 17 years now.
That's crazy.
And we have done some hard things together that no other friend would have stuck by me. So God's got people out there for you.
Yeah.
You just might not have, and you can't waste it being friends with people who don't want to grow with you, especially if they're holding you back from doing whatever God wants you to do.
Yeah.
You know, your mission, your mandate, and your purpose is more important than, people holding you back.
Right. Yeah, and I have like a friend, like I have these friendships, and one of my like best friends, I was like, I might be like I'm traveling a lot like recently. Like, I'm going to like all these things, and I've been taking time off to swim from speaking because I'm like speaking, and I've been taking off time because I have podcasts and all that kind of stuff. And she was like, Rose, I mean, this is what you're called to do, and so I'm gonna support you. Even I might not see you every day as much, like as anymore. I might not see you every day.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna support you because this is what God's calling you to do. And so it might be hard because we're not like there with each other every day.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm still with you every day.
Yeah.
Like every step. I definitely have some friendships where it's like we might not see each other every day. When I could call them and be like, oh my gosh, it's all falling apart. And they'd be like, okay, let's pray. Let's pray about it.
Yeah. One of my other best friends, I, don't want to bother her because she's got young kids and different things. And she called me up and she was like, hey, just so you know, if I have to find out that you're having a hard time from the internet and you don't call me, I'm going to be so mad at you and I'm not going to be your friend anymore. She goes, because you need to tell me when you're going through hard things, even if we don't talk all the time. Because I don't talk all the time with all my friends because I also live a very busy schedule. But when we do, it's like a love fest and it feels like it just has never left, And that's the cool thing about the internet is keeping us connected with the people who do want to clap and cheer for us. Because I have some great people in my tribe who have clapped and cheered even in different seasons. Maybe some people might not be my best friend right now, but they have clapped and cheered me in a hard season or they would still be there for me now. So, and I want to be that for people too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Maverick the other day, he was like, yeah, if you ever need like help with your book or anything, he's like, call my mom. He's like, just call my mom.
Yep.
She'll be your best friend. Just call my mom. And she will help you with whatever you need help with.
That makes me feel good that my son thinks that.
He was like,
that I'm a helper.
She can help you. She knows like all this stuff. He's like, I mean, I'll help you, but like, call my mom. I was like, okay, I'll call your mom.
Thanks, Mav. Yeah, and I will help you. Because we all need to help each other.
Yeah. We weren't meant to do this all alone.
No. Oh, gosh.
There's a Bible verse that talks about that. It's like two people, like blessed he has people because if one falls, then the other one can help pick him up. But if you're by yourself, like, so I think we need to rely on people. There are going to be seasons that we have to have separation because how I think about it is like there's going to be times of separation. Yeah. Because then that's when you realize that God's the only one you really need. Yeah. He blesses you with other people, which is great. I really appreciate that, God, because I can't do this by myself sometimes. But he has to put you by yourself sometimes. You're like, it's going to be hard. Yep. And you might feel alone. Yeah. But then you realize I'm not alone.
Oh yeah,
It's like there's that
never alone.
separation that you need
Mhm.
because it helps you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I've come from a big family, so there's a lot of, so I do need time to get away to just be with the Lord. That's a different thing, but like, there's
Yeah.
times where I'm like, I don't think I've had an adult thought, and I need some time with Jesus. That's why I go to the shower, because it's, quiet.
Yeah.
But
That's fun.
yeah, I'm really excited for what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm excited for your book to come out
Me
and
too.
help lots of girls in their time of the different seasons of life.
I think there's a lot of different seasons in my book because there's like my injury was a big point. I don't know if I told you about my injury.
Yep, you did.
Yeah, I did it on the bus. Yeah, that's a big point in my life. Like that changed everything. And now even after FHL, like that changed a lot. In my
Okay,
life.
tell me more about that.
Because like Eileen Wilder,
Yeah,
I had talked to her and she was like, write your book, Rose. And I was like, okay. I mean, I was planning on it, but I was not gonna like have it done by like February. That's scary. And she was like, no, write your book. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna write my book. And
awesome.
that changed a lot of things for me because I started to like cut back on other things.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like hang out with certain people. I'm not gonna like spend my time in certain places because I want to spend my time working on my book.
Okay.
And like learning different things. And then I started speaking because I was like, I have to have 10 stages by the time, because like Russell had us like write that note to ourselves. And I was like, I'm gonna have spoken on like 10 like stages, but like you can put on like 10 audiences by that time. And so I like changed a whole bunch of things and like started speaking. And
I love
that was hard because I was like, okay, people are gonna see me, people are gonna have to like hear me, and so some people are gonna judge you, but that's okay because I'd rather Russell posted about this on his Instagram, and I actually had just written it because I'm gonna have like quotes in my book.
Okay, I love
and, like
that.
Every couple pages like have a quote.
Yeah.
And so
does Russell get a quote?
I'm gonna put one of his quotes.
Oh my goodness, man! I'm gonna have to think of a better quote.
I need you to have a quote in there.
Oh man, mine's gonna probably be redonkulous,
I
but
know,
I
right?
love it.
But yeah, but one of the ones that I had already written, it was from somebody else. It wasn't from Russell, but I had written it. I have like sticky notes on my wall because let's just be honest, my brain goes like everywhere.
Okay.
So I just like wrote a whole bunch of thoughts and like stuck them on my like sticky notes on my wall, like right next to my bed, so I can just like write it and like stick it on my bed before I go to bed. And the thought, like it said, like I would rather stand by God and be judged by the world than stand by the world and be judged by God.
Yeah, don't want that.
No. And then I was like, I really like that quote. And Russell posted that a few days later on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go. But I was like, I don't remember where I was going with that thought. But what was I even talking about before that?
You were taught.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were talking about speaking and being embarrassed in front of people.
Yeah. And I was like, people are going to judge me, but I'd rather be judged by these people and help somebody. Because Eileen Wilder once told me, she was like, Rose, somebody needs to hear what you have to say.
Yep, I agree.
Like, there's something that you're going to say that's going to change someone's life. So what if you don't speak and then their life never gets changed? And I was talking to someone, they were talking about, like, I want to start a podcast. And I was like, okay, I think you should start a podcast then.
Yeah.
And they were like, but I'm really scared that, like, I don't know if this is really what I'm called to do.
Do you want to know why people are scared? Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Because they're worried more about what they will look like than actually helping people.
Yeah.
So you need to care more about the person that you're going to help.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get on stage, you're talking to, you have to be thinking, no matter if it's 10,000 people, you're talking to one person who desperately needs what you have to say and is going to take action. And God works out all of the details.
Yep.
And like, that's like when I use humor is I do it on purpose so that people lighten up, so that they can break down walls, so that they can experience something. Because I really do want to shine Jesus, even if I'm doing something with buckets or with Oreos or whatever it might be. I'm trying to get them to tear down their walls so they can open up, so then they can experience something really powerful.
Yeah.
And so that's what they need to do is if anybody out there, if you are worried about what you're going to be embarrassed, that means you got to shift it more to the people you're going to help, because the world does need more people in the world sharing their message and changing the world.
Yeah. When Bodhi and I were talking the other day, I was like, when I speak, I look out there And I think, okay, I think about that. I'm like, one person needs to hear this. There probably are more than one person, but there's one person. And I'm going to talk to it like I'm talking about one person.
Yep.
And so that's what happens when I'm writing my book too. So like one of my like things about my book I was writing was about, I read a lot about like how God has a plan. Because I think that that's super important, and we need to like realize that he has a plan even when we don't. And like we might have this big plan, and then God's like, I'm sorry, but that's going to hurt you. And so I'm going to protect you. But this is going to also hurt. But this is going to keep you safer and like grow you. And so I talk about like that a lot. And I'm like typing and like writing out my book. And I'm like, okay, so if someone asks me, how do I know God has a plan for my life? I'd be like, oh, here's my advice, like my Bible verses and all this stuff. And so like when I'm writing my book, I'm thinking about if someone asked me that question, what would I say?
Have you ever built a Lego set?
Yeah.
And how sometimes in the Lego set, there's like these weird colors that don't make sense. Or like you're building it and it's like, this doesn't make sense. How is this going to turn into a castle, everybody? Like this is a weird piece. And I think about that when we think about our life, because sometimes there's weird moments. You're like, how does this fit? Because we can't see the whole story. Everything that, a lot of the hard things that my husband and I've had to go through in our life, we're like, really? What? God, we thought we wanted us to do this. But he was building the foundation. He was building things around it that we couldn't see. But now when we look back, he's like building this master design. And it's so cool that God does have a plan. And not only does he have a plan, but like he's got a plan for me and he's got a plan for you. But look at how our plans have kind of went like this, right?
Yeah.
And how you've talked to my kids and how that plan is, you know what I mean? And your mom is so cool. And like, just like all of these things that God's doing to build this master plan. And I don't even think we get to see the whole picture.
No, we get to like see like little parts of it. And it's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like excited. And then there's going to be like valleys and things, but that's okay. Cause that makes it like a bigger, like greater. And I talk about like FHL a lot because that changed my life. And I feel like a lot of people like that changed my life and all this stuff. And I didn't believe that until like I walked into the room. I'm definitely going to talk about this with Russell tomorrow. Like I walked into the room at Vegas and there was just like this peace that went over me. And it was like God told me like, this is where you belong.
Oh, I love that.
And I was like, I hadn't felt that in a very long time because I was still like trying to figure out what I'm just even doing here. Like, what am I doing with my life? And I was just, I felt this. It was like, you belong here.
Oh, I love that.
And these are your people.
Oh,
and I was
love
just
that
like,
so much.
Okay, well, I mean, okay, cool, God, whatever. And through the week, there were just like these parts that were, these are my people. And these are the people that are going to help me grow and to share God's word. Because if you stay with people that are like small-minded and just want to like keep you in that little bubble, then they're going to hold you back from your true potential. And, you know, I went to Vegas on the fact that Carson won a ticket.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Woo, let's go.
You just ran.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to Vegas. I'll talk about my podcast. It'll be super cool. And I walked in there and I was like, this is going to be life-changing. And it definitely was because
I love
it was
that.
like, everything changed. And I was like, okay, I can become something. And that was like the big fact was like, I don't have to wait to become something. Like I can share my story now.
Yeah.
And like I can be.
I think more Christians need to do that.
Like don't wait. There's no purpose.
I think some Christians actually need to get more growth mindseted because they stay small because they're trying to stay safe instead of really living out like a radical for Jesus, like God's mission, mandate, and purpose for your life. And so I think that's really powerful for you to have that moment, especially so young, so that you can go. Do you know who Francis Chan is?
I've heard.
He's amazing. He's amazing. And he's written books and all this stuff. But one thing is he got saved when he was 16 years old. And it was radical. And he had a moment like that. And then what he did is he called every single kid in the yearbook to tell them about Jesus. Because it was such a powerful moment. And so I'm so glad that you had that breakthrough in that powerful moment. And now look what you're doing now, right? You're doing something big for God. So that's just really cool.
Yeah, I think that God works in so many different ways. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But in the fact that, so I was talking to Maverick about this, was like those things that happened. So like my injury, if I wouldn't have gotten injured, then I could have made it to this
he
big
told
swim
me this.
meet.
Yes, this is so
and
cool.
like if I could have made it to that big swim meet, then I might not have gone to Mexico. And if I didn't go to Mexico, Carson might not have won the ticket. And if we didn't win the ticket, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. And it was like all these things. And I was like, okay, God, I see that had like did not make sense at all. Like all those things that I went through, it did not make sense.
Yeah.
And like the fact that Carson won the ticket was like, okay, God, I see what you're doing, because I was
Yeah.
like, I like this. This is really cool. The fact that we're here right now,
Yeah,
it's
you
crazy.
guys have been.
I don't even like know how I'm like here right now, but I was like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that you move us and you don't always show us like the whole picture.
Yeah.
You don't always like tell us that all this stuff, but you tell us that it's gonna be okay. That you're gonna be with us.
Yep.
And that like we're gonna make it out of this, and we're gonna have a really cool story at the end, and it's gonna be so cool. Yeah. Like just like looking back at our life, I'm like, that's a really cool story.
I like that. I hope mine's a cool story. Mine looks a little like, woo, wow, ooh, ouch.
There's some moments. If someone read my story, they'd be like on their seat, like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what makes it a good story. God's like, you know what? Watch this.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Very cool.
Because sometimes we have to go through things to rely on him.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Like, we go through hard times because he's like, now you need me.
Yep.
You thought you could do this on your own. Watch this. Crash and burn. I need you, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I need Jesus every day, like I said.
Yeah.
That's how I started off. Coffee and a hot shower.
Yeah.
And Jesus take the wheel.
For sure. Okay, hold on. I want to point out a few more points before we're done.
Okay.
So with the podcast, like with about self-image part, there's something I wrote, and I want you guys to hear this. It's self-worth over net worth. The amount of money in your bank will change, but your worth doesn't. And I think Trent Shelton talks about that a lot. Mm-hmm. He's like, your bank account, it's going to change. It's going to go up, and it's going to go down. It's going to go up, and it's going to go down. But who you are, especially who you are in Christ, it doesn't change. No. Like, as long as you have that firm foundation, and you're like, this is who I am. Yeah. And, like, standing firm with that. So my youth pastor one time asked me, he's like, Rose, he didn't really ask me, but he was like talking to like the whole group. He's like, if someone held a gun to your head, this sounds really bad, but if someone held a gun to your head and was like, do you believe in Jesus? You didn't know if they were going to pull the trigger if you said yes or if you said no or anything. Yeah. Would you say yes or would you say no? And I was like, well, of course I'd say yes, because like, it's not going to matter how long I live on this earth. Like I've done like my time. I'm ready to go see Jesus, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but knowing that and being like, what would you say? Like, do you truly, we talk about a lot, like, do you truly know God? Yeah. And I was like, there's times in my life that I haven't known God. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, I want to know you. Lord, like, I want to, there's a song, it's called Monday Morning Faith. And it's like, I want to meet with you more than Sundays. Like, I don't want to just know you. That. And there's like a part of the song, it's like, well, hell's not scared of a Sunday morning faith. No. Hell's not scared of, I go to church.
That might even be their favorite.
Right. Like you thought. Now I took you. Like, yeah. Like, knowing your worth in Christ and knowing, like, who you are is super important.
So important. It's because we're made from the image of God. Mm-hmm. And God doesn't make junk. No. He makes great stuff. And so, and not believing that you're made in the image of God is actually believing a lie. Mm-hmm. And so, having low self-worth is basically having lack of faith, because you're not having faith that God created you to be on this earth for a mission, a mandate, and purpose, and for a reason, and for such a time as this, right?
Yeah. And I think when you start to have fear is when you stop having faith.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're like, oh, well, they're not going to like me, all this stuff, you're not having faith in the fact that He likes you. God likes you a lot. Like, you're talking about this. He doesn't just love you. He likes you.
Yeah, that's what my husband's been telling my daughters is, I don't just love you. I like you. And I think that's really important for our society today, because a lot of times, you think your parents just love you because they have to, because it's just innate. But we don't just love our kids. We like them. We like hanging out with them. Like, I already miss my kids. I've only been here like a few hours and I'm already like missing them. I mean, I'm still going to have some quiet sleeping tonight and some great coffee quietly in the morning. But I miss my kids because I like them. I don't just love them. I like them.
Yeah.
I like who they are.
Enjoy their personalities and like who God created them to be.
Yeah. And my kids are all different. You would think that my husband and I would just make 5 of the same kid.
No,
they are all totally different. And I love my kids so much, but I'm just like so thankful that God picked me to be their mom. I like get a front row seat to see the God of the universe do something cool through my kids. And they're so uniquely different.
They are.
And they are going to do different things, and they're going to reach different people. And it's so cool. It's just so cool. I'm just like honored that God picked me to be their mom.
Yeah, because you literally get to see every up, every down. Like, you get to see everything. You get to see like who they become, because they all have like their own
quirks, and they have their own superpowers, their own strengths. Like it's just amazing. They have, and what's really cool is like, especially with my boys who are 17, 16, and 14, they build off of each other's strengths. It's like God knew that these 3 boys were going to make something really great together. Like they were going to be a great combination. And then adding my 2 daughters, because I thought I was done having kids. And then God gave me 2 surprise daughters, right? And those 2 daughters make my boys better men. My boys are going to be great husbands and parents because of the way they have had to interact with their sisters. And also my daughters are going to be different humans because they got to see good, godly men in their life.
Like they're going to have high expectations.
They're going to have such high expectations. Well, and there's like a 4-man buffer. So like they have to get through my husband and 3 boys before anybody can try anything redonkulous on my girls. But I guess what I'm just saying is it's like so cool to see how God's using our family with the different dynamics of my kids and how uniquely he built them and how it makes sense.
Yeah, and they're all like different. They're all going to like reach different people, like you said, but they're all going to do it for God.
Yeah.
And it's like they're talking, like, I could just tell that they were Jesus people when like I met them. And I was talking to Maverick, he was like, we thought you were like so much older, and like because you were just quietly sitting there. I was angry that I was like, we were down there in like the mastermind group. And we were like, all the kids just kind of like met down there, and I was just sitting there. I was like, this is Carson's thing. I'm just gonna sit here. And I was like, I was hangry. Okay, I was ready for dinner.
She was hangry. Everybody, she needed her snacks.
There was a point here. I was just like sitting there, and Maverick's like, so what do you do? And I was like, why are these people talking to me? Like I was like, why are they talking? Like, and I get angry. I'm like, don't talk to me. And I like told them about like what I did in like my one podcast episode at that point, and they were like, "Oh, talking about like Jesus," and I was like, "This is cool."
Yeah.
Like like I got happy then because like Jesus,
I get food. I will tell you something I'm really looking forward to. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
I am looking forward to my children's spouses and my grandbabies, and we have been praying for my kids' spouses since they were babies. And my boys go on a rite of passage. My girls are going to go on a rite of passage too when they're 13. And they went with their grandpas. I don't know if they told you this.
I think that you told me this when we were on the
And they write letters to their spouses. So my boys have written letters to their wives and letters to their future selves as well. And we've been praying for their spouses. And so I'm really excited for that, because how uniquely God has created our family to be different. What is he going to add when he adds on maybe 5 more people? 5 more people. And then what does their family look like? And what does the dynamics look like that? And how does that extend to really change the world? It's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And so we've also been just praying for the protection of my kids' spouses. Like the world is so corrupt, and like I don't want my kids' spouses to not have hope and to be protected and to like love Jesus. Like so I've been praying for them. So I'm just really excited for when I get them and grandbabies. Oh, yes, I'm gonna be so excited.
Like children.
I still have some time, everybody, but I want some grandbabies.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like who I ended up marrying. Yeah, because like I have a podcast on marriage, and it was like this husband and wife, and they were like started dating like 8th grade and like best friends. And it's like,
oh my goodness.
I'm like, I'm going to marry someone and they're my best friend, and we're going to tell everybody about Jesus. Like, we're going to tell the world about Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and we can change people's lives together. And I'm like, so I have high expectations for that man because I have high expectations for myself.
Yeah.
And I think that comes a lot together. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not settling.
Like, don't settle, girl.
There's
don't.
never, like, I'm not going to settle because I have high expectations for what I want to share with the world.
That's the only reason my husband and I are still married is because we both love Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And God didn't give up on us, and so we didn't give up on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you what's crazy is we did ministry, and we've told people about Jesus forever. But then it started to shift when we got out of ministry. But now we've started to create our businesses as ministries.
Yeah.
And so our customers know we love Jesus, no matter if they love Jesus or not, but they know where we stand.
Yeah.
And we have got to pray with so many of our customers. It's been such a beautiful thing. So like part of our actual business has become ministry for us. And we pray for our people before they show up. And like we are just like anointing them in prayer and like our building and our staff. And it's just really cool. So I hope you do that with your husband, no matter if it's in an actual lane of ministry or if it's something that is business that becomes ministry.
Yeah.
So.
That'd be so cool. Either way.
Yeah.
Whatever works. Like whatever God does.
Whatever.
Like,
just do your thing, Jesus. You got this.
Yeah. I'll just be like the person on the road. I'll just keep going. You lead and I'll follow. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It might be a little rough. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Because Jesus is good. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
Like the path it'll make sense maybe not in the moment.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes no. I didn't know I was going to be an entrepreneur wife. So I had some choosy words for that, but God figured it out.
Yeah.
God figured it out.
It's hard being an entrepreneur because it's like Russell talks about it a lot. It's like we're taking other people's problems and we're not just like letting them happen. We're like taking them and we're going to fix them and figure it out how to help people so that other people don't have to go through those things. Yeah. And so we like, not saying that those other people like aren't changing the world, but like we are taking the problems and we aren't just sitting there and like, okay, well, I'm sorry that this happens to you, but we're like, okay,
actively trying to solve it. Yeah.
It's like there's so much love in us because we generally want to help everybody.
Yeah. I want my customers to win so bad. And I don't just want them to win because I want them to make money. I want them to win because I know what it feels like to be an entrepreneur wife, hoping that your husband's going to figure it out this time. I know what it feels like for an entrepreneur not to make a baseball game or to show up when you need them to show up or when the family is served last. So the reason I love our customers so much is because, and it does have to do with ministry, is we want our customers to make money so that they have time freedom to go home and love their family. And so that family can end up helping other families. So I'm obsessed with them in a way that, because I want them to start having freedom. So
Russell is really good to talk about that. It's like I can tell that he loves it, like all of us. And like a lot of that was when I like walked into that room, is I just knew those people loved me and they didn't even know me. And they wanted to help me.
He surrounds himself with some great people.
They were like, they wanted to help me and they didn't really ask for anything in return.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, well, I'm going to help you because I know what it's like to be starting off. And they just had so much love because they're like, they just have love. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And all about like having time freedom and like money freedom and all of that. And your boys are so good at this. Like I was talking with Maverick and he's like, I just want to make money so I can help other people. And I was like, yeah. Because some people, it's hard for them to do things, so we can help them and show them love. Yeah. And Oliver Whitefield, we were talking, he was like, I want to make money so that I can spend time with my family. And I don't want to bring stress back to my family, so I want to have enough money that I can take care of my family and spend time with my family because I love them. Yeah. And, like, it's not all about money and these things that we can buy here on Earth.
No. And, like, one of our goals as the Latimer family is we want to give to widows, orphans, and bug eaters. I don't know if Maverick told you that. And, like, that's one of our missions is my husband wants to give away $100 million to widows, orphans, and bug eaters. Bug eaters are like those people that are like John the Baptist, who are just going around talking about Jesus, but are kind of like a little weird, but like are changing the world and giving people healing and stuff. So yeah, so that's why we do our business, is so that we can do that mission. We don't tell everybody that because it feels kind of like special to us. I just told you and all your podcast people, but
That's okay.
That's okay. But it's okay. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing our business.
I think there's always a reason. Like, you should always know your reason why.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because if someone just like asked you, why do you have your business? And I've asked some people and they're like, I don't know. Because my mom made me. And I was like, bad reason. No. I was like, okay, find your reason.
Yeah.
Because that's going to make you want to do it even more.
Yeah.
So like when people are like, why do you do this? Because I want to share God's love. Yeah, I want to make money. I want to have a stable like life with that fact. But I want to share God's love, and I want to show people that there is hope. That you're not alone. Like there's no point. Like there's no point that you're ever gonna be alone. That God has a plan, even when you don't see it. Like those kind of things. And I just want to share that with other people. I feel like sometimes we can be by ourselves so much that we're like, I'm alone. Nobody loves me. I don't have a plan. Like none of this stuff. And I want to show them that that's not true.
Yeah, I love it.
And so I'm like, that's my reason. And we all should have a reason. Yeah. Because if your reason isn't great enough, then you're not going to do it.
Yep. Yeah. If your why is not strong enough, you definitely will not do it. You won't do the hard things that are necessary to get that. Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to do the hard things.
Oh, yeah. And that's why we have that's why we have put it on all the t-shirts, is you got to do the hard things. Because it's not always... the greatest things come on the other side of doing hard things. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to add? I don't know how long we've been doing this. But
I don't know either.
It has like a little time at the top, but I can't see. It's like an hour. I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't know.
I can't see that.
I don't know.
There's so many things. It's like,
I know. I don't know if I was clear because we were just talking about all things. I don't know. I think that this is one of the coolest times in history to ever live.
Yeah.
And a lot of Christians are very doom and gloom lately. And I think, just like in the book of Esther, that we were made for such a time as this. And what a cool opportunity to share God's love. And I mean, with the internet, we literally could witness to people in Africa or Antarctica or wherever people are. And so we could really make the impact that we can make is so powerful and important. And yet the internet also makes us sometimes feel more distant. And so there's like this give and take of how do we show up in the real world and also show up across the world. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think Esther, I love that. Like, I read it because one of my friends was reading it. And it was like, this could be like, God put you in the world at this time for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't just throw you in here like, oh, good luck.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Wrong time. Sorry. No, like, you were here for a reason. And so we don't know how long we're going to be here for.
No.
And that's scary sometimes because you're like, well, I have all this stuff I want to do. Okay.
But who put that in our heart?
So I talk about it a lot. I'm like, don't wait till tomorrow because God put it in your heart today. Yeah. If he wanted you to do it tomorrow, he would put it in there tomorrow. Yeah. He put it in your heart today. And so do it.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's like something that the world needs a lot more. Because we're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then you're on your deathbed like, I don't have tomorrow.
Yeah. That's so true. We just recently had one of our dear friends and one of our customers die of cancer. And he loved Jesus so much. And like he lived his life so loud, and it was just a great reminder that you don't know the numbers of days that you have, but you do have a choice in the way that you show up for those days. And if you're not changing, you're choosing it. Like if you want something to change in your life and you want to have the joy of Jesus and you know that you've tried everything else, I mean, it can happen in an instant. Everything can change in an instant once you really give yourself over to the Lord. So
yeah, like that's a big point. It's like everything can change.
everything.
And when I think a lot of times we like see the world like this is something I have forever, like this is my everything. And something Trent Shelton said is like forever has a deadline. Like forever ends.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go on forever. Like it ends. And then we get to meet Jesus. Like I'm so excited for that. But it's like,
oh yeah, but some people it does go on forever because then you get to go to eternity with Jesus. Right, it's amazing. It's like, so there are some things that go on forever, but you gotta like take the MIFGE, everybody.
Yeah, get the MIFGE, guys.
Get the MIFGE.
Don't miss this up.
Don't miss the MIFGE because if you want to hang out with us in eternity, come on now.
Right, like it's so fun.
Yeah.
And hang out with us and Jesus. We're gonna have like parties.
I know. That's what actually I told. So one of my staffers was very sad about one of our customers at Pat. I mean, this guy was just the most amazing human you've ever met. He's got lots of kids. And he was like, I'm so sad right now. And I'm like, I know, but one thing is cool is that he loved Jesus so much. And he just made eternity better because we get to hang out with him and he's probably getting the party started. And so we like had comfort in that knowing. So take the MIFGE, everybody.
Yeah, and like be ready to party up with us with Jesus.
Yeah,
because we're gonna have fun up there.
Oh, heck! I mean, God created humor.
Yeah,
the Bible is funny, and so I know that we're gonna have a lot of fun up there. It's not gonna just be like, oh, yeah. Like, hopefully there is some of that, and hopefully it's not coming from me, everybody. Or maybe Jesus, give me an angelic voice when I get up to heaven. Oh, okay. But like God gave us humor. And so I do think it's going to be a part. I mean, anything good is from the Lord. And so that's going to be what heaven's like.
It's going to be so fun.
So
we can like name this episode like Take the MIFGE.
Take the MIFGE. The Jesus MIFGE. The mom who talks about the MIFGE.
Jesus. Woo. That's awesome. All right.
Okay. Well, hey, like and subscribe.
For sure.
Click that. Smash that button. That's
what like all those videos. Like smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Do all the things. Push all the buttons and follow Rose and
it's like hit the bell so you can hear my.
Yes. So you get notifications.
Because that's what you want to do is get notifications. Like, Rose posted. Oh yay.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They're like,
remember,
they're waiting
self-worth.
They're waiting for it.
They are. Like, there's someone
out there who's
okay. Tucker started YouTube. Mm-hmm. He's got like 800 and something subs. He started 3 months ago. He posts like every day. Oh yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He's just doing it, and it's awesome. It's all about Legos.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. I think he's told me about this. Maybe.
Yeah, he's got like 800 and something subs, and he just started 3 months ago. And he's had tons of things go viral. Like he'll have some shorts go viral and stuff. Oh, yeah. But he had this one kid that was like, I've never met Droid Guy 11. That's his name. I've never met him before, but like did a shout out to Tucker. And Tucker didn't know if anybody was watching. And it's like that guy was waiting for notifications. So there is somebody that's waiting for Rose's notifications. Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. Like, yes. Yeah. And then Tucker commented on it and the kid lost his mind. He's like, oh my gosh. And Tucker's like, I'm not famous yet.
Yeah. Put that like yet, man.
But he's like, oh, I just put that in there because
yeah. He's got this.
Yep.
I remember I texted you with my book and I was like, I'm gonna have my book out by FHL. Like I'm gonna just put it out there.
Yeah, because, do it.
I love it. Hold yourself.
Yeah.
Out there. But yeah, we need to do another episode too. We can just do a whole bunch. Like someday.
Well, what else do we need to talk about besides the MIFGE?
I know, right?
The Jesus MIFGE.
Because we can I love having it online. Like that's really cool. Because I can do a podcast with you online.
Oh yeah, on Zoom.
Like those are so fun.
On the Zoomy. Yeah. It'd be great.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening or morning.
Get the MIFGE.
Get
Just
the
saying.
MIFGE and love
The
you
Jesus
guys.
MIFGE.
Mwah. Love you all.